life possessions in Spain mentioned on the will. I'm Michael Davies. I'm a Spanish lawyer with 25 years experience handling estate planning and probate for expats all over Spain. Okay, yes, in Spain, we don't use trusts on the wills like you would in the UK. But we have other instruments to try and do different things, mainly to protect children versus wife versus children. One of the systems that we use is the life possession. Okay, when would be a good moment to use the life possession? The life possession is basically you take the ownership and you take away from the ownership the actual possession. It sounds a bit strange for us English people, but here in Spain, it's a very normal institution, and it's used a lot as part of estate planning. When would we use it? For example, if a couple comes to us and John and Mary, they're happily married, but John's on his second marriage. So John's got children from a previous marriage, and John says to us, Michael, I've got to find a way that I want my complete estate to go to my children that have really been very good to me, but at the same time, I don't want Mary to have to leave our family home until she passes away. Okay, so what we can do is, so John's worried that if he leaves everything to Mary in his will, Mary could then later remarry and change the will and leave his children out of his estate, and he doesn't want that. So a solution that we can use is he can name his children as the beneficiaries of his Spanish estate. So that means his villa in Estepona goes down to his kids, for example, but he leaves out of the estate a legacy of the life possession of that property, and maybe some money or some whatever he decides, maybe the car, but he leaves the life possession of that property to his wife. This means that while his wife is alive, she can use the property and the children have got no right of access to that property while she's alive. So she uses it as if it was hers for the rest of her life, and she can either use it, rent it, do whatever she wants with it, as long as she looks after it, but she is never the owner. So when we do a will that way, when we go to probate, there's actually sort of two, if you like, deed documents issued. One in favor of the children, which is the one that established them as the final owners, and a deed that, for the life possession that is handed to the widow. These documents get registered in the property register and protects both parties. It's sometimes a good solution, but it's a question of the trade-offs between the different interests that we're trying to protect and needs discussion. But yes, in Spain we do use life possessions a lot. Thank you for watching. I hope you found the video useful.